Now, while I'm against taking one person's money and giving it to another, I'm not against helping our fellow man in need. I think that by reaching into one's own pockets to help one's fellow man in need is praiseworthy and laudable. I think that reaching in somebody else's pockets to help one's fellow man in need is despicable and worthy of condemnation. And for the Christians among us, when God gave Moses the commandment, thou shalt not steal, I'm pretty sure he did not mean thou shalt not steal unless you got a majority vote in the United States Congress. Now, we find many Americans, they love government because government does things that if a private person did the identical thing, he would go to jail. Consider the following. Suppose I see an elderly lady sleeping on a grate in downtown Washington. She's hungry. She needs some medical attention and shelter. And I could walk up to somebody with a gun in my hand, and I could take their $200. And then, having gotten their $200, I can go down and help the lady out. I could buy her some medical attention, some food, and shelter. Would you find me guilty of a crime? I'd be guilty of theft. Suppose I got 3 people to agree with me that I should take somebody's money by force to help the lady out. Would that be a crime? What if I got 1 million people? Or 300 million people, the population of the United States? Would it be a crime? Yes, it would. Now, I believe most Americans could or might agree with me, but here's the problem. Is there any conceptual distinction between that act and when the agents of the United States Congress tells me, well, Walter, you know that $200 that you made last week that you're planning to buy a nice bottle of Lafite Rothschild Bordeaux wine with? You will not do that with your money. You'll give to us, and we will go downtown and help the lady out. Is there any distinction between those 2 acts? None. That is, if you press me for a distinction, the only distinction I can find is the first act where I walked to somebody and took their money. That is illegal theft. The second act, where the agents of Congress took my money, that's just legal theft. It's just a matter of legality. Now, many people might say, well, Williams, it's legal. Well, for moral people, legality alone cannot be our guide. That is, there are many things in this world that were or are legal, but clearly immoral. That is, slavery was legal. Did that make it moral? The Stalinists, Maoists, purges, they were legal, but did they make it moral? So the moral question that we have to ask ourselves, is there a moral case for taking what belongs to the rightful property of one person and giving it to another to whom it does not belong? And in my many years of life, I have not come up with a moral case for doing that.